Welcome and thank you for tuning in to Straight from the Supe, a Poway Unified School District podcast where we get to hear from our very own proud PUSD superintendent, Dr. Ben Churchill. Dr. Churchill, how are you doing today?
Hi, Josue. I'm doing very well. Thanks.
Okay, we're coming into the last month of the school year.
Mm-hmm.
We're the last month of the year.
That's right.
Okay. We're halfway through the school year.
Mm-hmm.
This is an exciting time.
Love this time.
Because the weather is beautiful, but also we're halfway through the school year. Not that I'm counting down or anything.
Okay.
Are you excited about anything in particular in December?
December is a great month. There's a lot that happens on school campuses in December. Lots of celebration. I do enjoy getting to see what each of our campuses looks like throughout the course of the school year.
Yeah.
December's like other months. Lots of fun stuff happening. So some of the fun that we've been having is around today's topic, which is AI, and getting to see some of the cool things that our students are doing with really
AI,
cool. Really cool.
as well as our staff. Do you use AI, by the way?
I do. I find myself using it as a productivity tool relatively frequently throughout my week.
Okay, very cool. Well, we're going to learn more about the tools and all the things that we do use in the district. I do want to introduce our guest for this topic. Our guest today is Amy Fousek, who is out. Did I say it right, Fousek?
You did.
Okay,
you did.
All right. She's our Director of Educational Technology and more. But Amy is not only one of our directors here, she's a Poway Unified alumni.
That I am. I started here in kindergarten.
Wow.
I know, all the way through.
That's so great.
Yeah.
That's great.
So we'll jump straight into our topic of AI because hot topic for parents. Parents want to know what's going on. What are we doing? Students, I mean, it's here, right? Like there's no I wonder when it's been here. And so just before we dive in though, what I want to know from both of you, when you were in school, what was the hot technology or the trending technology? What was happening at that time?
Yeah. Let's see, the trending one. I think the big one was when I was in 9th grade. I took a typing class, not to totally date myself, but, took a typing class. And then the next year, that typing class turned into a computer lab.
Wow. Oh, so you saw that.
I saw the transition. So, computers were out before then, but at the time, Poway High had not switched over yet. So we moved from, having to type the papers while we were there to now we had the computer lab and could print things out and backspace instead of, the whiteout strip or, getting out the actual whiteout and typing over that. So that was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Yeah. So I too remember typing class in high school, learned to type on a typewriter, a room full of typewriters. When I went to college, did not have a laptop or a personal computer. Like today, we can't imagine sending kids off to college without a laptop or something. Early 90s, I had a word processor that I brought with me to college. And then midway through my college career, the internet happened. And I remember first learning about email towards the end of my college career. So got to see that whole transition. But yes, I do remember learning to type on actual typewriters.
Yeah, absolutely. I think at that time, too, technology was more of like a novelty.
Yep.
I mean, we see technology now so differently as really enhancing our experiences, where then it was just this novelty. Oh my goodness, did you see that?
Yep. My dad was an early adopter, and we had a home computer at home while I was still learning to type on a typewriter in school. And I remember that thing being really big and really slow, but super cool. And look how far we've come. Oh, so wait, do you remember a time without computers in school?
I don't remember a time without computers.
Okay.
They've always existed. So I don't know what that world is like.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
Where most of our students don't remember a world without the internet or a cell phone.
Or phone. My kids, my kids are growing up in a world where they've always had access to a cell phone. So,
wow. Wow. And that's a whole other episode, by the way.
For sure.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Don't mean to derail us.
Awesome. I'm interested in contrasting kind of what we knew when we were younger in school with what's happening today. And AI is the topic. What does, from your vantage point, what does AI in school look like today?
I think it's exciting. I think, the as Josue said earlier, the genie's kind of out of the bottle. We're not able to put that back in. So it's how do we approach it in a way to make it safe and responsible and ethical use, by our students. Yeah. So I think the exciting piece is the possibilities that are there, to personalize learning for our students, to increase productivity so that our teachers have more time to really plan that high quality instruction and connect with our students. It's exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I love to hear that. I know that you are involved in a lot of development and preparation in terms of helping both students and staff members be ready for whatever's coming next. Maybe you could talk a little bit about what we're specifically doing here in PUSD to prepare students and staff for the future of AI.
Yeah, absolutely. We really tried to take a multi-prong approach with how we were looking at AI and digital literacy overall. So we started with digital citizenship and using common sense media lessons to ensure that our students had that foundational understanding of what does it mean to be a good digital citizen when you're online. What does that look like? And building that skill set so that we could then start having deeper, richer conversations around AI and really taking the, teach and model and reinforce approach with what that rollout will look like. Right. We have been doing a lot of professional development with our staff, so classified and certificated, to ensure that they first have an understanding of what AI is, how does it work, and then how can I use it for efficiency purposes and then to enhance student learning.
Right.
You mentioned Common Sense, right? Common Sense Media. And Poway is a Common Sense Media certified district, yes?
We are.
And that has been for how long?
This will be going into our third year.
So even before AI blew up, there was already efforts around making sure our students knew these principles of safe use, ethical use, those types of things. So by the time AI blew up on the scene, I imagine they already had something to work with in terms of guardrails. Yeah.
Absolutely, because I think with COVID brought us we became a one-to-one device district. And I think with that, it's essential that before we're putting the technology in the hands of our students, we're teaching them how to operate and use it in a safe way.
Yeah, I really think it's only been the last 12 to 18 months that we've had really in-depth conversations about artificial intelligence. But for the last number of years, we've really been invested in thinking about safety both on campus and online, and talking to students and families about how best to operate in a safe and ethical manner. Now that AI is part of the conversation, it's really an extension of the work that we've been doing for the last few years.
Absolutely. And I think one thing you mentioned, Ben, is having those conversations, because I think that is what's so important and valuable, is that we are engaging with all educational partners to ensure that we are meeting them where they are and hearing their concerns and developing this together, because technology evolves so rapidly, right? It was the calculator, the computer, now it's AI, and it's going to continue to evolve. But how are we adapting to that in a way where we're really meeting the needs of our students and staff?
That's right. Yeah. People are often afraid of the unknown. We've seen this across our industry, across many industries. One of the things that I hear regularly from folks is a fear of the use of AI for cheating or other nefarious acts. How are we approaching that conversation here in PUSD?
I think that goes back to how to really giving our students the skill set necessary so that they can operate in a safe and ethical way. I think we can all agree that taking somebody's work and turning it in on your own whatever
okay.
that might be, whether that's from an encyclopedia, your friend, or a chatbot, is cheating.
Yep.
So how can we approach it in a proactive way that really teaches and then models and reinforce what does ethical use of AI look like, so that we can have those conversations, and then when those mishaps occur, that we're really approaching it with empathy, because our students, just like us, are learning how to operate and what is okay in utilizing AI and what is not. So really making sure that we are clear with our expectations with our students. So when can you use this? What can you use it for? And then having those conversations of what does that look like, so we can build out that skill set.
I love that, and you know, I'm reminded of what Brene Brown has talked about around clear, being kind. Being absolutely clear with our expectations is the right thing to do. It's helpful. And then again, this idea of conversations about all of the work we're doing. We view parents as partners, our families as a key resource in helping collectively working together as a village on any number of topics. If you think about the role of a parent in terms of this conversation, what are some ways that parents can support their children in learning more about the use of AI?
Yeah, I think it starts, like you said, with those conversations, is connecting with their children to talk about what are they seeing for use. What is AI?
Right.
You know, how does it work?
Yeah.
I was speaking to a parent at one of the superintendent parent group meetings that we had, and he was sharing that he actually has AI produce work, and then he and his 2 children sit down and go through it and just read it over for, you know, did the AI hallucinate?
Oh, interesting.
Is there bias in this?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And just doing that with them so they can start building those literacy skills. Because one thing we know about AI is it doesn't think exactly like humans, right? And it wants to please you. So if it doesn't know the answer, it's going to make it up. So how can we ensure that
I've
what
never
it's
done
giving
that
us,
before. By the way. So different from humans ever.
Yeah. Absolutely. But how can we really start critically analyzing the output? So I think with parents, it's just the more they know and understand, they can start having those conversations, and they don't have to be the expert. Right? They can look to their children. So tell me what you know. Tell me how you have used this. And, you know, going back to what is the expectations in the classroom?
Yeah. That's great. So you've developed a playbook, handbook for parents.
Yes.
I think I've heard you talk about the WISE framework, and I wonder if you can share a little bit more here.
Yes, I will. We're very excited about this playbook. We've been working on it. Yes, we've been working on it for quite a while now, and really getting different educational partners' lenses on this, having admin, teachers, students, parents look at it to give us feedback. And it really starts with looking at understanding AI, understanding digital citizenship, looking at what does this look like in school, how can I have conversations with my student around AI, and then there's a piece in there for students. And one part we reference is first, always check with your teacher to see for each assignment how can it be used within that classroom.
That makes
And
sense.
then we, yes, absolutely. And then we in there have something called the WISE framework that we got from Designing Schools. And this is really something for them to refer to when they're going to use AI. So I want to make sure I get this right, so I'm going to keep it in front of me here.
Okay.
So it starts with well-being. So really, how does this use of AI impact me and others, and really checking for that accuracy and bias within the product. The integrity piece, which I think is really important. Am I using this in an honest and fair way, and am I being transparent in this use? Skills. So what skills am I learning using AI, and what might I miss out on? One thing we reinforce over and over is AI should not replace the productive struggle and the learning that is taking place. If it is doing that, that should be a red flag that it is misuse. It should be used to, you know, enhance the creativity, enhance your learning, show you learning in different ways. But if it is replacing, that learning and the productive struggle, I think that's our red flag.
Uh-huh.
And then the last piece is engagement. Does AI help me engage with what I'm learning?
Oh, okay. So well-being, integrity, skills, engagement. Very nice.
Nice work.
Yeah, that was very nice
You
work.
know, I may have seen the playbook a couple of times, but I'll take it. So, and with this playbook, one of the things I'm excited about is in January, we're actually going to have an event, shameless plug.
Yes.
We will have an event for families, part of our family engagement series around AI. So the big picture, what we're doing, we're going to do a showcase type thing where families can actually see this is what's happening in the classroom, in demystifying, so to speak, right?
Absolutely.
I've seen some of our students, elementary school students, that they were studying different countries and they build like a chatbot type of thing, right?
Absolutely.
So they're like, try out my chatbot. And I went and typed in, what is the flower or like the animal, like some popular animal.
Right.
And it popped out. But it was based on information that the students had provided the machine. It's so cool. So we get to see things like that, I imagine.
Absolutely.
And we'll have a panel of experts too to help. There's there's so many questions around this, more than what can be answered on this episode.
Yeah.
So we'll have a panel of experts to be able to ask questions about, and it also serves as a great way for us to collect feedback on what information do you need to support your student at home in navigating what is growing, a technology that is just changing so fast. I mean, every app, every software has an AI feature built in now. Like it's just, if I feel like it's just all over the place. So that's going to be in January. Look out for registration coming soon. And at the event, we will be officially releasing the playbook. So if you want to be the first one to get your hands on a copy of this playbook, sign up for the event and you'll be one of the first ones. And maybe we'll have Amy autograph it or something.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Love that.
My whole team.
That's right.
Okay. Well, that's our time. But Amy, we close out our podcast. So Ben Dr. Churchill does not have a sign off. So
I know.
Okay.
now every episode, we just hand him a set of sign offs. We call it's the intersection between the dignity of a superintendent
Okay.
and a dad joke.
Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be amazing.
Our job is to support whatever he delivers.
Okay,
His
okay.
job is to deliver with
Do I need to
conviction.
pull up like a canned laugh just in case?
No.
No.
Mark will help us out maybe.
Okay.
in
Post-production? No, thank you. Okay, so I have here some of your recommendations.
Why are we putting it on me? I mean,
Oh, yeah. So you were brainstorming these. This took
right.
you a while.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's go with
I'm going to pick the first one.
Okay.
Okay?
That's your
To the camera. Thank you. And that's straight from the soup, where humans still run the show for now.
Well done.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's great.
I don't know.
They'll get better at some point. I
Yeah.
promise.
Get
As
better.
AI improves.
Thank you.
Yeah,
get
yeah.
better.
I'm hoping maybe we can have like a little the Jetsons robot car drive off
Whizzing.
right when you say that. Yeah.
I love that.
Okay.
Amy, thank you for being here. This has been great.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you,
me.
Amy.
Thanks.